All right, so yeah, as you were saying, Rich, so let's transition into
Our first topic.
our first topic of the
podcast.
Of the first, I should have a drop for this, and I wish I did. I'm looking for something that I can use as a drop.
There you go. Next topic.
Recent games of the week.
Okay, first topic. Recent games we've been playing. Go for it, Ross.
I have been playing, of course, GTA right now. GTA.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So wait. After playing it, let me stop you real quick. You've been playing for a long time.
Since the day it came out.
So what is the end game of GTA? Like, how are you keeping yourself interested? Is it the updates? Is it the stuff coming out on the holiday stuff? Like, what? Give us that perspective.
Okay. For me, since I'm a game wrecker, and I like challenges. And of course, when I went through the whole story of GTA, finished this, the regular single player, done. I went on to online, and I was having fun doing the missions because they have contact missions that it takes some skill to it's not basically running up and down the street shooting each other. You're actually going against enemy AI and trying to successfully beat the mission. Then over time, they came out with heists.
Yeah.
And heist is
took it to another level.
Yeah, nobody can die. You become systematically learning how to do this. You get the biggest payout. It's a hard challenge. So I started doing that all the time. And then they're always releasing new updates, all for free. That this week you can make this much money in RP doing this much. But like right now, this whole week, if you go to Rockstar Games on Facebook and you like them, they'll show you anytime they have a promotion of anything in the game. And right now, it's all the contact missions. Like today, you call up Martin Madrazo, and all of his missions are paying double pay and double RP. And
oh, wow.
They're a heck of a lot of fun.
Damn, that's cool. I got to join you on that. Like, I haven't done any of the heists yet.
The best part is riding the roller coaster.
GTA 5, dude. I loved it.
If you need anything done, get this guy to help you.
Nice.
Listen,
I'm sure he's got like the badass apartment.
Listen, the
house.
reason why I called him is because I knew he knew about all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stand starting the game and just starting in a world, and when I would pop into the world, people would just gun for me, man. They'd kill me, and it would just be so freaking annoying, man. So I'm like, yo, I need some help getting a house because I need to just spawn, in a safe zone. And that's when I called up Ross. And within, hours of playing, just like maybe 3 or 4 hours, I was already living in a house in the hills.
Full of cars.
My garage full of cars. I mean, this is the dude to get you the help where you need to get
Absolutely.
to on GTA 5.
I'll get you there. And then we'll go ride the roller coaster.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He took me to Heist.
It's such a cool sandbox. It's so fun.
So awesome.
The physics are great. The driving's great.
It's
the heists are really fun
every day for something different.
It's like when I haven't gone back in a while, but when I was waiting for Fallout 4 to come out, that's all I was playing. I was just playing missions, GTA 5. I'm playing missions at night, doing the first-person mode on PS4.
But you were playing in single player.
I was playing a lot of single player. I wasn't playing online.
Well, that works.
Oh, you were playing the story.
Yeah, I love the story.
I haven't even touched the story,
dude,
bro.
The story's
I know. I'm just...
It's amazing.
That's why I play GTA.
It's amazing.
I mean, the multiplayer's an add-on for me, but dude, it's so good.
Once I jump online...
But once you... Yeah.
Listen, my experiences are different than most of you guys' experiences, right? When I jump online... People see on my friends list. They all see that I'm online, dude. I literally got people showing up in jets, helicopters, tanks, and they all come and they surround me.
What?
And and I can't.
I was there for it.
Remember, they just come and they just surround me. They're not trying to kill me. They just stop what they're doing in their game, whether they're in a tank, whether they're in a plane, in a jet.
Is that Chief?
Is and they
the
just
real
come
Chief?
over.
Is that Chief?
And they all want me to jump into their vehicle. So whoever's vehicle I jump in.
Oh, that's awesome.
They take off and they take me. Yeah, they show me around. They're like, I got him.
Driving you around.
People show up in helicopters wherever I spawn. They'll show up, pick me up, and take me.
Yeah, that's why that inspired me watching Chief's first GTA stream. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get with this guy and show him, because of course, like you said, I play so much of it. I can figure, I want to. My ultimate goal is to create a lobby of 30 YouTubers.
Oh wow! That sounds like a difficult task.
It's actually a lot easier because I can make a private room, have it set, we set an event date, all that stuff, and then have all these YouTubers go in there, and you don't necessarily have to run up and down shooting each other in the streets. You can go to the.
But that will happen.
That will definitely happen.
That always happens.
I love the chaos of it. You got to have the voice chat. You got to have
fails.
people maybe like role playing a little bit.
Yeah,
Then
maybe
so
15 would be a smarter idea.
Yeah, maybe like 5
fails.
or 10. Like,
Yeah.
start there, then build up.
Start small,
Yeah,
but
aim big. I like it.
Yeah, I've been thinking big.
like it.
Well, the of course when I get that yacht, I want to get everyone invited to come out and hit up the hot tub, hit the champagne and the helicopters and stuff. A lot of fun to be had,
dude. So GTA 5, mucho fun. I'm glad you're still playing it. Chief, what have you been playing recently?
Since the first podcast, I told you that I was into the Fallout series and how I wanted to start playing Fallout 4, but I wasn't going to touch Fallout 4 until I started Fallout 3.
Right.
I completely mastered Fallout 3, and the next one I wanted to jump on was New Vegas.
Nice.
And because he had told me about New Vegas, and he really liked it.
Fallout New Vegas.
That's awesome.
You played through that also.
Oh, dude, I love New Vegas. I played. So that came out in 2000.
It was after 8.
11? Like 3 years after 8? Or was
Okay.
it 2 years after 8? Fuck, when did it come out? Was it a year after 8? I can't.
After 3.
Oh, we should fact check this. Someone start fact checking while I talk about it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the New Vegas was sick. I'll talk about it for 2 seconds. The bottle cap collecting, the whole story of being like shot in the head, and then you got to come find your rival and
That
get
was
back
awesome.
to him.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
Right. Well, that's the
It's been out for so long.
But the gambling, I would always try to cheat the gambling as best I could. I would look up like the numbers, what you could max out the best at when you hit the jackpot, and I would only play that. And I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the
Did
slot
you look
machine.
this up online to figure out?
Yeah. I looked up the
odds in your
statistics and
favor?
everything, and I kind of was figuring it out. But I was like, you know
Told
what?
you
I'm
he
gonna
was a
find this
gambler.
out. And I was like, I found it. And like, okay, you got to hit 3 sevens on the slot machine 3 times before they kick you out, because you get kicked out of the casino. But how do you get the most cash before getting kicked out? You can jump over the limit. There's a red line.
2010.
But how can you jump over the limit enough to where you can get the most caps? And it was like 3 on the slot machine. Then you got kicked. You can get up higher and like
That
okay,
reminds
it's
me of
2010.
on.
I remember. Hold on, one last thing. Sorry,
No worries.
I remember going to pick up Fallout New Vegas, and I got there like I thought they opened at midnight. It was going to be open from midnight to 1, and I got there at like 12:15, and they were just closing up. And
I've just been
waiting.
It's
for
quick. They don't stay the hour
I
open.
hated that,
They
dude.
do that quick.
I
That
caught him on it
killed me.
once
I was so disappointed.
for Uncharted 3. Actually, I was gonna go to the midnight release. I had a legendary edition or whatever. The one came with the
man,
boss
yeah.
and the figure of him and everything. And I was like, I'll just wait till the next day. And then, of course, when midnight starts to roll around, you start getting excited and amped up for it. And you're like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and go. Well, it was like 12:15 before I finally made the decision. All right, I had my girlfriend at the time drive me up to go get it. And they had the door closed. Nobody was there. It was all shut down, but they still had the open light on, and the door was unlocked.
They don't care.
And the door was unlocked, and I went in and I opened the door, and they're like, oh, we're closed. And I was like, dude, you got the open light on? Your door's unlocked? Let me get my Uncharted. So they were kind enough at the GameStop that I frequent to allow me to get it.
But
Nice.
my experience with New Vegas is pretty much the same as yours. I just started it. I'm only like maybe 10, 11 hours in. But the most of that has been grinding. But for
You
the
got to
most...
grind to get into Vegas.
Yes.
2,000 caps. It's tough.
I've already passed that.
Oh, you did?
You know
Took
why,
me a
though?
while. I don't know
No,
why.
you know why? Because when I first started the game, I already knew what to do. My experience with Part 3, Fallout 3, literally just crossed over to New
So you
Vegas.
just pick it.
So
and
I
dude,
knew
it'll cross right into 4, by the way.
I bet. And what's cool about this story is how this is New Vegas, right? Ooh, this is awesome. Check this out. On Fallout 3, you know how you got the pre-war books and they're worth $100?
Right.
Right? Okay. So when you find one in Fallout 3, they're precious because they're $100,
It's a lot of caps.
Right. So you go out and you look for the, in between all the small and ruined book, right?
That's the toughest thing to find.
Well, right. In Fallout 3, that is hard to do. But when you start off in New Vegas, the first room when you come conscious, you're in the doctor's office and he's got more pre-war books than you can handle, and I'm just hoarding, and I'm going through all the buildings and I'm hoarding and I'm getting heavier and heavier, and I'm like, I'm going through the game, I'm like, man, there's no one taking these books for a good price. I'm like, why am I killing? I'm gonna come across somebody. Did somebody.
You look it up?
I looked it up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look it up if anyone buys these pre-war books. And sure as hell, everyone who did the same thing that I did the same thing. They were hoarding the pre-war books, and they're like, over here in New Vegas, the pre-war books are plenty, because in Washington, D.C., that was the hub of the war, and that's where they bombed. That's where all the nuclear bomb,
where it went off.
It totally decimated all things there. So it's rare over there, but in Nevada, nothing hit. So it's not rare in Nevada. So you could just sell those books like no, they're not worth nothing. And that's something that I thought was cool, because it's Fallout, the same world, but because it's in a different location, the game's different over on this end,
In Fallout 4, there are books that are worth stuff.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's overdue library books.
Okay, I haven't
and you
come
have to
across
return them to a machine.
Oh,
and they give you like a token. And now the prize isn't that good, but there's probably a trophy involved. There's probably something involved that's important, because, I mean, you got to collect like 100, and I've only literally found like 5 or 10. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this is going to take me the entire game plus side missions to find these books if I'm paying attention to get enough tokens to get the top prize. Why would this be worth? And the top prize was like, I don't know. It wasn't impressive. I don't remember it. It wasn't impressive. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm sure there's something cool in it. Because remember, in Fallout New Vegas, there's something you can turn in sarsaparilla caps, I think, to a specific one.
Those are different than Nuka-Cola.
And you can get a specific prize from that.
Right.
Dude, same thing. See, I love that. Yes. I love that about Fallout, man.
See, yeah. And
like, people hate on Fallout. Like, I love it. I don't know.
I've never played a Fallout.
Really?
Dude,
it's not my thing.
There's a decision you have to make when you meet a certain guy who has a cap. He doesn't know what they're worth. He just has a necklace full of those caps.
Oh, Jesus.
And you have the option of killing his ass for those caps.
Oh, yeah.
Or just warn him for good karma.
Karma was a big thing in these other ones.
Right.
Doesn't make a difference in 4.
Really?
They took it away.
No.
Yeah, I thought.
So I could be stealing all this stuff?
Yeah, when you steal, it doesn't say anything about karma anymore. You can just keep stealing. Now, if someone catches you, you're going to get caught. You're going to get killed.
Your fame stays high.
It's just, it kind of sucks.
Really?
Yeah, I wish they had it. So I'm stealing a lot of stuff.
So karma's a big deal in the past.
So you're playing
Fallout. New Vegas. That's what I'm playing.
We got some GTA going on.
That's right. How about you?
What I'm playing recently, I'm actually getting a little bit back into Hearthstone because I got my wife an iPad for Christmas. And I always wanted to get like a bigger screen that's a touch screen and that could play Hearthstone, because I've always played it on my phone, really small, or a computer, big screen, but it's cumbersome. And I was like, oh, this would be so sweet. And so I got back into Hearthstone. I played it for solid 2 years. I have a crazy awesome deck for having only spent probably under $50 total. Like, this is the only game I've ever paid for. I mean, like it's free to play.
Oh, it's a free.
But they have a pay model, and I got sucked so deep into this game. The first one I've ever paid. Yes, $7.99 for packs. Sure. Expansion pack for $29.99. Sure.
Got me.
Like they got me.
That's okay.
I loved it. I probably with expansion packs probably spent about $100 over 2 years.
I'm at about 90
I
on
love
pinball.
it. It's so good, dude. And I'm playing it again, and I'm realizing how much fun it is, because the cards got bigger. They got a whole flux of new expansions, and I really got like, wow, they killed the game for me. Like,
really?
Like, I hate to say that because I don't know if anyone else has that opinion, but I felt that come through, and I was like, okay, there's 100 new cards. My deck feels worthless. I got to get all these new cards. All what I've been working for is kind of like an MMO. I kind of felt destroyed. Like this whole expansion came in and washed out all my stuff.
Wow.
That you spent money and time and effort.
Yeah, and I was like, man, fuck this. So I stopped playing for about like 3 months, 4 months, maybe 6. But it was the first time I stopped playing. I'd play it 2 years solid all the time. Any break I had, I was playing that. And finally got back into it and been playing that and been having a lot of fun with that and realizing, you know what? The more cards they announce, and they had something come out where they announced we're going to be killing old cards.
Really?
As the game evolves,
wow,
we're going to be killing it because how difficult would it be for you, Richard, if you join the game right now to get all of those old legendaries and old super rare cards while you're trying to focus on getting the new deck? You know, there's all these decks. How you would have to play endless hours to get to where I'm at. I played 2 years, but imagine all that time built up. Mm-hmm. I've put in, I don't know.
There's people in there with
hundreds
way
of hours,
time.
Probably hundreds of hours in this game.
Yeah, easy.
And getting cards.
They don't have double deck weekends.
No, they have stuff that gets you more packs. They've been implementing more stuff, but no, they don't really have that.
Wow.
And but what I thought was interesting is that I realized as they introduce more cards, it becomes more difficult to choose the 30 cards you want in your hand. Mm-hmm. Like there's 200, 300, 400 cards.
Right.
What 30 are you going to choose that it's going to combat most people?
They're up to 400?
It's tough. Yeah, they're getting up there.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if it's 400, but I know it's past 250. It's up there.
That's a lot of variety.
It's a lot of variety, dude. When you're flipping through a book, because you collect them as you play, and I don't have all of them. I probably have 50 to 75%. I have some rares. Mm-hmm. And I came back after those 6 months, gave me a rare right away.
Really?
It used to take me weeks to get a rare. Weeks. That's how tough it is when you free play.
They're like,
it takes weeks.
They're like, yeah, let's keep playing again. Here's a rare one.
Dude, the first pack I opened, I'm like, oh, okay, you motherfuckers. You put the algorithm on 100%, so I would come back. It kind of pulled me in a little bit.
Here we are.
It gave me...
I got an iPad.
Those legendaries are tough. Okay, so that's my game. I've been playing Hearthstone a lot. I want to give you guys an update on Darkest Dungeon, but I'm realizing now that I'm going to be playing this for a long time. It's like
it's your game.
It's fun. And
until
it takes
you get on
me a long
GTA
time.
with us.
So
awesome.
I'm still playing that. Just
That'll be the next
kicking that in the butt.